Come on, Butler.
Okay, I think we are live, if I did it all correctly. So, everyone, welcome to the It's Always Saturday podcast. Because when you're with the boys, it's always Saturday. Unfortunately, one of our members has gotten lost. I mean, not really unfortunately, he's just kind of gone.
Truly saddening. I can't get over it right now.
And I think we should start with some theories. We're good. Like we're live? Okay. I think we should start with some theories as to where he is and what he's doing. So if you wouldn't mind going first, Bobby, what do you think Butler's doing, or not Butler? What do you think Spencer's doing right now?
All right, well, I remember the first podcast I was ever on, basically before we came down.
Bruh.
Bro,
is that Spencer at the door?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
That's on the ceiling above me, bro. My family's wild. But it might be Spencer, but no. Spencer he got caught by the cops because I remember the first podcast I was on, he basically said, the cops are after me because I sped. I was speeding down the freeway. So I think they might have finally caught up.
They caught up to him?
They just haven't told me one. They're holding him for ransom.
So he's in prison. But does that tie in, because our last known location for him is Butler's house wearing nothing but a clown tie. So how does that tie into your story?
Well, he could be in prison because public nudity. If he was only wearing a tie.
True.
I feel like he could be in prison.
And they just arrested him at Butler's house?
Yeah, because then they were like, oh shit, that's the dude who did 500 on the freeway.
Spencer does like to drive fast.
Where do you think he's gone?
I think that he is... Okay, so here's what I think happened. I think that he... Hold on, just let me pull up something here. So, what I think happened is that he was at Butler's house. He had his tie. He had his tie on. And Butler got spooked because he heard the sound of a dog barking, and Butler's very afraid of dogs. And so, Yeah. And so, Spencer had to go check it out. And so he went upstairs and outside to check it out, and he didn't bother getting dressed again because it was very, very late at night, so he didn't think that anyone would be around. Turns out this was all just a ploy by the authoritarian right to get him outside so that they could kidnap him. And now he is somewhere in someone's basement getting brainwashed to be authoritarian right instead of the libertarian left that he is.
Well, I mean, that it's good that another one of them is off of the streets.
I mean, true. I think we would have to thank them once he comes back corrected.
Just give him a little kiss on the hand like you do when you meet a fine woman. You're just like, madam. Kiss him on the hand.
Bobby, do you have any...
Just let him know that we're thankful.
Do you have any, burning desire to talk about any topics? Is there anything that's been on your mind lately?
There was one thing that I was thinking about today. I was thinking, I was hoping that Spencer would have turned up by now.
Listen here. Listen. I am sick of these theories.
He's back.
Right.
What a guy! What a guy!
What a guy. Spencer has joined the chat.
I was offended. This is hurtful. The lunacy that they could ever get to, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't be fighting them off. Is just ridiculous.
Well, so what did happen? Where are you, Spencer? Like, we just know your last known location, Butler's house with a clown tie on, and only that. Like, that's the only thing that we know.
I know what that's all you're getting. That's all you're getting for now.
Are you on the run?
You know what? You go to Ahern Avenue. You go to Ahern Avenue. I'm near there.
Okay.
I'm laying claim.
Okay.
I'm hearing some mad echo, by the way.
From who?
Yeah, I am too, but I didn't say anything because if it was only me, I was like, I don't know.
Oh no! If you can hear it, then everyone else can hear it, comrade.
I can't hear an echo, so it's probably me.
It is you, even. Some headphones in on me.
I'll see if I couldn't get them to connect earlier, but I'll try again.
Alright.
Yeah. Spencer, are you
Okay,
proud of
so,
me that I figured out?
Basically, what I was...
Oh, go off, Bobby.
Okay, so what I was going to say before the triumphant return of our favorite libertarian left. So basically, I was going to ask, how you guys think you know?
Alright. The earbuds have not worked, in case we were wondering.
Yes,
it's
I'm
still terrible.
I'm trying.
I did interrupt you.
I am, let's see. I'll see if I can fix it. Oh. Did it work? Oh, it worked. The audio is coming through my headphones. So, Spencer, you're saying you're going to be like the guy who can get stuff. He would, yeah, I was just going to say, he would just suck dick real good. Okay, hold on, guys. Apparently, we just got a comment in chat that they can only hear me. So I think it might be because I put the headphones in. Okay, I'll take the headphones out.
Also, I think if we did something where, Ian, if you go into the Discord settings quickly, you can turn on a thing called push to talk. So when you want to talk, you can press a button to make it so that you talk. But so then your mic, they can't hear us.
Voice and video. Push to talk. Where is this in settings?
It'd be in voice.
Yeah, okay.
There's
Diagnosis.
something that says like enable push to talk.
Oh, there it is. Push.
Now that's what we call a gamer win.
Absolutely. Good.
Alright, Ian, did you get it set up?
Drum roll.
Can you guys hear me?
I think he does because we can't hear him. Anyway, that at least means that you can talk, Bobby, so you can keep going.
Alright, so what I was gonna say was, like, because if you go, like, sucking mad dick in there, then you're gonna end up being someone's bitch. So I was thinking, like, you should go, like, Shawshank and just, like, dig, like, a tunnel out of the prison with, like, a spoon, and then, like, at night you can just go out into town and, like, buy shit and, like, you know, easy stuff, bro. But what I was gonna say was, if I went in prison, I don't think I'd even have a role. I'd just try and be that guy who flies under the radar. I'd be a fly on the wall and, like, not bother anyone or, like, do anything, like, maybe make a couple of friends.
The big man on campus is gonna be a fly?
Hey, bro, the big fly on campus. But, so, like, I just try and be, like, kind of inconspicuous, because you don't want to be that guy who comes in and is like, I'm gonna beat up the biggest dude on the yard. And,
because what if that dude's really nice? He's just large. It doesn't mean he's not, like, a good guy.
Like, bro, why you just beating up Big Hug Bill like that? Like, he ain't beating up you. But, yeah, no. And you also don't want to come in being someone's bitch, because then your ass is gonna hurt when you leave, and that's not desirable.
You ever notice how when Ian's confused, he looks like a monkey?
Spinning gorilla.
I don't know if he can hear us.
I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me.
Oh,
I don't
hear us, but
he can't
hear him.
Did man's not? What button did you enable push to talk for?
Hold
you
on.
You have to push buttons to talk, then homie.
Okay, can you guys hear me now?
Come on, bro.
No, you can't.
Try the space bar. Try M. Try Q.
Can you guys hear me now?
Man, alphabetical order.
Just press the buttons until we can hear you. Man's
What about now? What the fuck?
We still can't hear you.
Okay, this is whack.
Confused monkey Ian.
Oh my gosh. See.
Brain spinning gorilla.
Okay.
We really be having an Ooga Booga hour today.
I feel like Spinning Gorilla would be a top flight MMA fighter. Like,
just absolute power.
Destroy everybody.
Okay.
I think a gorilla could destroy any. Oh, we heard you there.
Yes, but it's not push to talk because I don't know what's going on, but it won't let me set a button. It keeps saying that I haven't picked a button, but I tried like 7 times.
Have you tried just clicking a button after it says that?
Yes. I don't know what's going on.
We just got a knee slap. So, Ian, go into your voice settings. There's a different one that you can do. It's instead of the settings where it just automatically picks it up, it'll be something where you can put like a slider for decibel levels and just set it like really high.
Decibel levels.
This is great content.
Automatically determine input
we're
sensitivity.
But Bobby, this is why I gotta call out Ian.
Really high, as in like really far to the right, or really far to like really high, as in like how did decibels work?
If they're negative, that means that you are preventing noise from happening.
Oh, I put
Okay,
it.
so a decimal isn't a whole number.
You're saying decibels, Bobby, not decimals.
Okay.
I know. I'm just trying to impart my math knowledge on you. You know, Van Deezy represent.
Decibel is a unit of measurement, Bobby.
Are you threatening?
I am. I'm ready. You're done. frankly.
Okay, I missed a bunch of
So
that. So
Hey.
what's Spencer doing in prison?
Just
Yeah,
be
bro.
like, somebody starts like coming at you, just like, ah, ha, ha.
Bro, if someone threatens me, I'm just gonna sit him down and speed run GTA in 6 seconds, and they'll just be like, "Damn,
Like, damn, that's pretty sick. This kid's too
fast,
cool. This kid's too epic. We can't.
he's kind of fast though."
Pretty quick.
Okay,
Oh, he's got his hood up. What a guy.
I know.
That's how you know he's entered gamer mode.
Can you guys hear me?
He starts flinging gang signs. Oh,
I feel like you can't hear me.
Ooh.
Oh,
I just noticed the toothpick. Yo.
Mans has been thugging us.
it's because
Bro.
I filmed.
Mans really just be chewing on wood nonstop.
It's because I filmed
I would
quarantine
think that-
questions right
What?
before.
Okay, because like it's almost like a ritual. I cracked sunflower seeds during the podcast. What is the shell made of?
That,
It's like wood.
bro, what do you think seeds are?
I know seeds are seeds, but the shell just like it feels like wood in my mouth, and I'm like, does wood just grow around the seed?
Well, Ian has unfixed the problem. We know that much.
Yeah. It's because I didn't. You guys
But now
couldn't.
we know. I said you've unfixed the problem, as in there was a solution, and now it doesn't work anymore.
I mean, that's usually what I do.
This is
all very
gamer win.
This is all very confusing for me. I was just proud that I like remembered your instructions and figured out how to get the stream going.
If you want to quickly check into Streamlabs and see what you have desktop audio set as. Oh no, never mind. That's not what the problem is. I don't know.
Oh, that makes you guys louder.
If you... Oh, there's only one sandwich left. That's devastating.
Damn,
really-
bro.
We only got one sandwich. We got some kangaroo meat, though.
Bro, what? Excuse me?
Bro, you can get... You just get stuff. You just go places.
Kangaroo meat?
So you're
I
telling
haven't
me-
tried it yet, but...
I'd like to try kangaroo.
Should be fine.
You're telling me that when you put that on a sandwich, the sandwich is jumping.
Bro, the sandwich got hops.
Sandwich
It's
is
crazy.
bouncing.
Also, my
We
laptop
do got the bouncing burgers.
currently sounds like an airplane trying to run Discord and stream at the same time.
Fantastic. Always a
Go
good
like
sign.
me and throw it on your phone.
We don't got Streamlabs on the phone, Bobby.
Uh-huh. I feel like we'd end up worse off like that.
It's a valiant thought.
Anyways, I would like to, because I heard you guys talk about how I have the toothpick in my mouth, but I didn't think you guys could hear me. I just want to explain the toothpick. So I filmed the quarantine questions right before we went on stream. And it's a thing for quarantine questions. But also when I'm just around the house, I like to have a toothpick in my mouth. One, because then you can just pick things out of your teeth really easily. And two, because then you can... what was I gonna say? Because I like to chew on things, and like I always like have to be doing something, and so like the toothpicks helps with that. I just like chew on it and move it around.
You look pretty cool in your house.
Thank you.
Well, this is Epic Gamers, but I think the bathtub is looking inviting. I think I'm gonna pull a Hannah Baker, and I'll talk with y'all again in the afterlife.
Alright.
Alright, I'll chat with y'all later. Have a good one. I hope things get sorted out and your laptop doesn't fully explode.
It probably is going to. I feel like it's just a time bomb.
Hell yeah. Alright, I'll see you later.
So yeah.
Later.
Anyways, Bobby, so Spencer was talking about the bathtub, and I was thinking about this earlier today because, like, I haven't taken a bath since I was, like, a small child. And, like, what do you even do in the bathtub? Like, I feel like there's only three things to do in the bathtub: slit your wrists, throw a toaster in with you, and bomb your bath. Like, what else is there to do in the bath?
Oh, okay, well, I'm the same. I'm like strictly a shower person. I never take baths. But my parents have like a really big bathtub in their room, so
Okay.
occasionally I'll go in there and use that. Plus, they have a TV that I can like rotate, so it's like facing towards the bath. It's not
Ooh.
like a perfect view. I gotta like lean back a bit, but it's still not too bad. But I'm just thinking like it's kind of weird because like the last time I took a bath was around Christmas time, so I was like, you know what, I haven't done this in a while. I'm just gonna do it. So I sat there and I just like sat there with my legs crossed because I'm too big to like lay down. So I was just there. I was sitting in the bath with my legs crossed, and I was just like, all right, I see how this goes. And then I watched National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Nice.
And whenever I tried to wash a part of my body, I'm so large, it was like a whale, and like half the bathwater splashing on the floor. Like, oh my god, I gotta clean that now. It was quite interesting. So that's mostly why I stick to showers.
Okay. Yeah. I just find like a bath is just inconvenient. Like it's not a good place to like wash yourself. Like and then you're just sitting in like after you
Yes, in a bath, like if like because you're sitting down like on the floor. If you decided to do it in like a hot tub, which I don't know why you do that, but if you decided to do it, you can like stand up and the water will still be at like waist height.
uh-huh.
But when you're in the bath, it's like at your calves.
Uh-huh.
So you gotta like stand all the way up and then you're just exposed.
Exactly.
And it's just the worst.
What was your question about prisons again?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say like how do you think you would fare in jail? Like who try to be? What would your strategy be?
Wow. I think I'd fare pretty well in jail. Like I'm not super big, but I do know how to fight, so that's something. And
That's all well and good until someone shits out a shank on the yard and claps
facts,
you in the neck.
facts. So I'd probably be I wouldn't be like the biggest guy on the yard, but like I feel like I'd be like the guy that like I'm not the biggest dude, but like you don't really want to fuck with me because like I do MMA, so like I very much know how to fight. And then I
You've
think
got like wider eyes than everyone.
and I think something that
Like
would be really helpful, yeah, just like something that would be
yeah,
really
straight up.
helpful is my immaculate ability to suck penises. So I think that
Hey, bro, it's a skill, bro. Put that on a resume.
exactly. It's a crafty skill. Exactly. So I think that would also pay well in prison. Bobby, how do you think you would fare in prison?
Well, while you were inebriated, I said I think I'm like I would try to be like Spencer took great umbrage to this because he said the big man on campus is gonna be a fly because I said I'm gonna try and be inconspicuous and be like just a fly on the wall, not
Ooh.
really like do a whole lot. I'm just gonna fly under the radar because I'm a big dude, but I have like zero fighting skills. Like I would get my ass beat in a real fight. So like, and it would depend on the crime too. Because if you went in there and like you were a child molester, no matter how good of a dude you are, you're gonna get like murdered. So if you just did a crime like robbery or something where they don't really care, and then you just like didn't mess with anyone, didn't start shit, but also didn't like get too cozy with the guards because they probably don't like snitches in there either.
Uh-huh.
I feel like if you're just sort of like inconspicuous, there's nothing that can really happen because I don't think too many guys would fuck with you because they're like, whatever, he's just chilling.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, you're not a threat to anyone. So
I feel like
wouldn't mess with you that way.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be a good play for you, especially because you're big. So if you never actually tell anyone that you don't know how to fight, and they just assume that you do because you're big, that would be a good play. Because what do you
Yeah,
like?
just like, bro, that dude's gut
Because
terrifying. Can't deal with it.
like, what are you? You're like 6'3"?
Yeah, I'm 6'3". I'm 350.
All right, big man. Um,
Big man.
big man on campus. Yeah, I had. What else was I thinking about? Oh, so Bobby, did you take career and life management yet? Is that something that you've taken in high school?
I'm in that class right now.
Nah. Who's your teacher?
Miss Entrup.
Ooh, I had her as well. She's pretty solid, eh?
Yeah, except I had my portfolio due about a month ago and I haven't handed it yet.
Oof. Anyways, there was a guy who came to speak for us when I was in that class, and he went to prison, and he was like he told us like his life story. And one of the things that he said was that in one of the prisons that he was in, because he got like moved around to a couple prisons, but in one of the prisons he was in, there was like a consensus between the guards and the prisoners that like child molesters and people who like sexually assaulted women or like beat women basically just like got the shit all the time. And he talked about how like they'd like pick fights, and then the guards would go to take these people to solitary, like the like child molester or like sexually abused women or whatever, and the guards would throw this person before they went to solitary into a room that would have like 20 or 30 guys in it, and those 20 and 30 guys would just beat the living shit out of this child molester or like woman beater. And then after like a few minutes, the guards would like come back in, take him, and then take him back to solitary. Which, I mean, fair.
That's honestly well deserved. Like,
honestly,
that's a good punishment tactic.
Yeah.
Like for someone who does like horrible crimes like that, just straight up pull something like that. But if it's a guy who just like robbed a bank or something, like it's not like bank robbery isn't a crime that you look at and it's just like universally hated. But like crimes that are like a big serial killer or like a child molester or something, like I feel like that's a really good like thing to do sometimes. Like if they're just like super despicable, just throw them in a room with a bunch of convicts that hate them, and then just like check your watch for a few minutes.
Yeah, and like I feel like if you were to like, I feel like the worst crimes are like, obviously I would say like, just for like, I would say sexual assault, killing, like beating or like killing children, and then like domestic violence, like beating your wife or like women, just because like they're like they're not all.
This is like a personal one for me because I despise people who do it. But animal abuse.
Oh,
because
yeah.
Animals, they don't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
They're just like straight up innocent.
Yeah.
They're just vibing.
Yeah.
Like if someone abused the spinning gorilla, like I don't
know. Bruh, we would go off. The boys would find him.
A witch hunt, bro.
We get him. That meme you sent into the group chat of the other day was like, POV, you are spinning gorilla. That was so good.
That's my favorite meme right now, spinning gorilla. It's funny.
I feel
it's like actually terrific.
Yeah. I feel like people who, you know what I always think is whack is when like someone like is like in the forest or like is very much in animal territory, and that animal like kills them or will like hurts them, and then that animal goes and gets put down. It's like, no, like you were in like their territory, you were in their area, like That's like, what did you expect to happen when you walked up to the grizzly bear? Like, did you expect it was gonna let you pet it? Like,
Yeah, they roll up and they're like they expect to be like humans. They're like trying to dap up the grizzly bear. Like, hey, what's up, bro? Then the grizzly bear just like eats his face off, and then he's like, "Damn, I wasn't expecting that."
I was
But no, like people like that, people like that, like yeah, man, just lose this face. Damn, kind of odd, kind of whack. Ian, are you there? You're frozen.
I'm frozen. I'm here. I'm still here. You're frozen.
Yo, nothing's moving.
You're
Can't hear.
you're back now. Am I back?
Okay, yeah, you're back. We're good.
Okay. Yeah, because you were frozen for me there for a second too, so I just quickly switched something around and we should be good now. I lost my toothpick. You know what? Okay, I've been meaning to talk about this for a while on the podcast, and I found it especially annoying, or like I guess I just like really like realized it when Kobe Bryant died. Rest in peace. But I can't like things that are serious, like serious messages and like condolences should not have emojis in them. That's not something that they should have in them. I feel like it's like one, it's not
Yeah,
genuine.
that's so dumb.
Yeah, like one, it's not genuine, and two, I think it's disrespectful. Like if you're like talking about like someone died and like how much they meant to you and you're throwing like the shocked emoji in there, like no. Like this is not okay.
They're just like, it's it's like a stereotypical YouTuber title where it's like my mom died. Story time. That's that's like what I get from it. That's so. I'm not about it.
Yeah, no. I just like realized it when Kobe died cuz like so many people were like posting like memorial posts about it on Instagram, and there were just emojis in all of them, and it made me so mad cuz like emojis are like a fun little thing. They're not a serious thing. If you're trying to communicate a serious message, it shouldn't have emojis in it.
But at that same time, they shouldn't have like sad emojis because it's kind of dumb. Because it's like no one takes you seriously if you're trying to come across with like a serious message or like an actual sad thing, and then you put like the. It's like, bro, just
Yeah.
get up, and leave.
Well, like I
You're
use
not welcome.
yeah, like I use the sad emojis when like you'll see like something that is like sad, but it's just like a meme. So you like pretend that you're sad and it's like part of the meme. But other than that, like
yeah, that it's all right to use it for.
yeah, but like talking about people who died and you have like the crying emoji in there, like come on, man.
Yeah. You lost your man card.
It's been stolen.
On sort of a similar subject relating to like death and like serious things and stuff like that. I just realized today, like Spencer's sending memes in the middle of the podcast. What a guy!
Did he? Oh.
No. I just realized like today I came to the conclusion that I'm the type of person who like in a serious or sad situation. I like my first instinct is like to make jokes or try and make light of it, which like lots of times that's not appropriate, so I don't do it. But like at the same time, like people are all there and they're like sad, and like for some reason, like my way of coping with it is like in my head like he's funny, but then like, and so I'm thinking to myself like, this is bad. I feel like I lack empathy at some points. Same time, I'm like, I know this is a coping mechanism that some people have, but then I'm thinking to myself, like, bro, I'm not about it.
Not about it.
My mind ain't right. Because okay, I didn't say this out loud, but today, my mom likes to watch these like daytime TV talk shows, and one of the stories, it was like this cop who died of COVID-19. He was in New York, and people were talking about like all the things he had done for them, like, and it was called like Rob Strong and the foundation, and it was basically you come on Facebook or something and you talk about like something that Rob had done for you. Like, remember when Rob did this for you? And in my head, I'm sitting there washing dishes, and I'm like, Rob put 37 bullets in the gun on a black man.
Bobby, no, Bobby.
I did.
Oh.
I didn't say it out loud, but in my head, but that popped in my head, and I'm like, bro, what's wrong with me? Why did that come in my mind?
Oh.
Oh my god. It like I thought about it, and then I felt like I had to go take a shower because of like all the shame.
See,
I was like, I felt so bad, even though it never left my mind. But I was just like, bro, you're a bad person.
I don't know if that's true. I think Daniel Sloss, he has 2 separate Netflix specials. He's a comedian, and he talks about how, like, in an awful situation, like, some people like can make jokes, and that's how you make people feel better, and it helps people like get over them, is like find the funny in this situation. Like, he told this story about how, so his best friend's dad had like just died, like this girl's dad had just died, and so they were like talking about it, and so they're down, so that like his friend is downstairs with the mom who just lost her husband, making funeral plans, and him and his other friend are upstairs just absolutely cooked. And so she comes up the stairs to go talk to them, and they're laughing about like something previous, and she walks into the room like looking angry, and she goes, well, clearly I'm missing something. And then Daniel Sloss hits her with a dad. And like that, like she laughed, and that made her feel better. So like some people are like that.
Bro, I'm thinking like if I lost someone and someone said that like that to me, my first instinct would be like, just kill them. But at the same time, if someone came, if I was in the situation of like them being cooked and just laughing about it, I would probably want to say something like that to them. It's really weird.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, like the thoughts that you have are like all sort of normal, but the ones that you choose to act on, ones that like worrisome.
Yeah. I think that I myself, like, I haven't like lost someone in my life so far that's like super close to me, which is very fortunate. But I feel like if that was to happen and my friends were like making jokes, I would actually appreciate that, because like that's like kind of the person I am. Like, I like that like dark humor, and I feel like them making me laugh would make me feel better.
Yeah. I can sort of see that, but like since I've never been in that situation, I can only be like, yeah, I'd like to think. Like, I can't say anything with any type of certainty.
Yeah. It's just like what I think I would be like based on my personality. Yeah, but anyone who's watching, and Bobby, you
But
too.
yeah,
I was gonna say, anyone who's watching, and Bobby, you too, if you want to like look up Daniel Sloss on Netflix, his specials are really good.
I've noticed this has been happening a lot of times. Like you'll be trying to talk, but then like my echo will come in because I think I'm echoing, but I don't know why.
Yeah, it's just very messed up because this is like I'm streaming, like the stream is being put up from my laptop, and Spencer usually puts the stream up from his um like desktop at home, but he's like running from the police right now, so like
Yeah. He just sent another video,
yeah, I saw.
bro, on cue.
Yeah. Do you have any more topics that you're burning to get out there? Something about how Greg Heffley's a bitch?
I'm always down for that, but at the same time, it perfect timing. This week, I was looking up videos about like actual like Dive Wimpy Kid videos, and people like going into deep analysis about it, and like yeah, it just proves to me that Greg Heffley is even worse of a person, but he was meant to be written that way
Oh.
because like all the children's books, like who is the main character? It's like some good guy. It's like some nice person who like always does the right thing. But I think they wanted to make a character that was more realistic towards like humans, and because at the same time, when I read or when I go on my rants about how much I hate Greg Heffley, at the same time, there's probably a couple of things that he has done in the books that I want to do. But at the same time, when I like, he's still a bitch. He is still a bitch. But when I like read the books, it doesn't register with me because I'm always used to seeing like these nice, good characters in books, and I'm not used to seeing one that's realistic towards like actual humans, and like they're not all perfect. So it just like evokes this rage inside me, and I just want to like throw rage.
Fair.
I hate him. I still hate him, but still, like he's a bit more realistic to how actual humans.
Uh-huh.
But it doesn't make me like him at all. I still hate him.
Fair. I mean, I do as well.
I was okay, because what like I said this before stream, but not live. I upgraded my phone. I'm on a new phone this week, 10R, flexing for the people on stream.
Flex R.
But when I was transferring all my stuff, like from the old phone to this new phone, I was basically like just going through all the old memes that I had in my camera roll, seeing which ones I wanted to bring with me.
Nice.
And there was one that I found, and I can't remember if I took it or not, but it made me laugh. And it's the top 10 merciless anime characters. And it was that scene from Dive with the Kid where they're all at Rowley's grandpa's birthday party. No, not Greg's grandpa's birthday party, and the guy goes, "Next year I want a chocolate cake," and Greg goes, "That is if you're alive."
Oh yeah. That's a good one. Bobby, today's
Bro.
Oh. What are you about to say?
No, that was just echo.
Oh, okay. Today's quarantine question was would you elope if your parents didn't like your partner and didn't want you to marry them, as well as, or would you like stay and like go through the wedding with the family that doesn't like your partner, and would you, and then it's like a two-part question. If your family did like your partner, would you want a wedding that's on the bigger side or a wedding that's on the smaller side?
Well, if I really love someone, like this might sound kind of harsh, but like if I'm not living at my parents' house anymore, and if I'm at my own place, if I really love that person, it doesn't matter if they like them or not, because I like them. They're not the ones marrying them. I am. So yeah, I would do that.
But would you elope or would you do the wedding?
Both.
Both? I mean, that's a power play.
Yeah, like I'd do the wedding and have some kids if I was really feeling that. But at this point in my life, I'm thinking like, God, kids, because I just can't deal with children. I'm not about it.
Fair.
But I don't know if that will change as I grow more experienced on Earth.
And would you
But
like a?
as for the size of the wedding,
Okay, here we go.
I don't know. I feel like I'm not. I feel like I don't really need like a whole lot to make me happy. But I would probably try and do like, I don't know, like maybe like a relatively small wedding, like get like some friends and family in, but like not like. Actually, no. Now that I'm saying it, this question is a lot easier. Yeah, do like a small wedding, like just get like the people who are close to you in, not a whole lot of like bells and whistles, because like those big weddings are like super expensive and like apparently they're really stressful and all that. And I don't want that. So I'm gonna have a small wedding.
Nice. I dig it.
Yeah.
I
Sorry, I
think
just showed everyone the seed that was in my mouth.
I think if I were to do it, I think I would have the wedding just to be like a bit of like I think my family would likely accept like whoever I chose as my partner, but like if they didn't, like hypothetically, I would have the wedding as kind of like a bit of a fuck you. And then I think I'd want a wedding that's like on the bigger side.
Your parents are like crying. You drive away and it says "just married" with the cans.
Yeah.
You drive away and you just turn around and just like
just flip them off.
and then you grab your wife's head. You're just like, "Hey, mom."
I don't know if we've talked about this on stream before, but Bobby, when you find that right girl, are you going to live with them before you're married, or are you going to save that for after marriage?
Well, it depends on how long I'm with them before I get married. Like if we are in like a really serious relationship for a while, like a couple years, and I haven't done it yet, then like if it's like pretty much at the point where I know I'm gonna do it, I just don't know when, then yeah, like I'll probably like try to move in just to be like a bit of foreshadowing, like you pick up what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
And then at some point afterwards, I'll ask him. I'll probably be the type of guy who just like sort of like who like kicks in the door one day and fires off a t-shirt cannon. And it like opens up and it's like, "Will you marry me?" And she's just, I just got like fireworks going off behind me, like yeah. Pretty radical wedding.
Just fires the t-shirt cannon directly at her face.
bro, I could fire it at her stomach if she's not pregnant because we did not have premarital sex.
Exactly. Do not have premarital.
Yes.
Have you seen that meme? That's like it's just this guy and he's by the whiteboard and he's written the word sex on the whiteboard and he's like,
yeah,
what do you guys think of this? And it's like, no, it's not bad. It's not bad. And then he goes to the other whiteboard and he's like, premarital sex, and they're like, no. It's like, I'm worked up, baby.
God, I hate it. I can't stand it. God. That just got me in the mood to like eat a raw steak.
Yeah? Flex on all the haters?
Just get all my anger out. Just grab it, just like
all right. Well, I think that's a good. What you gotta say,
bro? This echoes wild. You could go.
Oh, I was gonna say that it was a good time to end it, but if you got something to go off on, go off.
Oh no, I was just gonna say like if you have premarital sex, you go to hell. That's literally
it. Bobby's out here making declarations.
Hey, bro, it's the word.
I might be going to hell then.
Damn, bro.
Damn, it really do be like that sometimes.
Well, I mean, I guess we're not meeting in the afterlife, and you're just like that.
I mean, that would be rough. An afterlife without Bobby, I think that would be rough.
Wait, no. Who is it with? If it was with Butler, it's fine.
I've been fucking Butler.
Alright, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I'm good. All right, I think that's on the note of premarital sex makes you go to hell. I think that's a good spot to end it on. Thank you everyone for watching and bearing
Yes,
with the
sir.
difficulties. I don't know when Spencer's supposed to get back. Hopefully he can outrun the cops pretty quick. So it might be my shitty laptop doing it again next week, or it might be Spencer's actually good setup at his house. So we'll see. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure to follow the Instagram. It's always Saturday. We post a lot of stuff on there. Bobby's our meme chief, and he needs to step up his game. But
Yeah, I do. I'm sorry. I need to step it up.
but thank you everyone for watching, and have a good night, y'all.